around an hour and a half, so that's 90 minutes. That's me. God, can't even count, see? I didn't take a break, but I'm going to stream for an hour. And give me a second, 27. Welcome back everyone to part 4. No, actually I've been working for more, but whatever. I started working since around 1 or something. So I was doing random stuff, moving slowly. Unfortunately, I don't know why I became so slow. The image is not clear. A lot of crap in my head, and let's see. So what did I do other than hush hush stuff? I was playing with the full screen and I add a few codes to change the full screen. I add to the game file some function, let me show you, to change the screen resolution. So it takes the boolean if it is full screen or not, the graphics device itself, and the width and height, or use the current width and height if you want to change from full screen or not. Depends on the game video options and stuff, or fit to the screen. So I added few keys to do that. 9F to make it 800 by 600, 11F to stretch to the full screen, but it's still not a full screen, just stretched, and 11F to make it full screen and stretched. So the other stuff I cannot show you because it's in the save files again. You see, I made the infrastructure and I'm trying to all of a sudden to implement everything, and it just brain teaser, my friend. Brain teasers, my friends. So what we need to do next? I want to print the map. Before, printing the map was kind of primitive, and let me show you about the code. I have variables everywhere, and this is the game file and calculation and everything. And let's do better than that a little bit. Let me make a draw function in the map class and try to call it in there. So let's give it a try. So public static draw or void. I believe it's void. And we take split branch, speed, and because this is a static, let me think. Do I want it static or not? If I wanted it static, then this guy should know which active map we are dealing with. And it should. I believe I have a variable for that. Yeah, this one. But something is funny. Active map 0. What the hell? I don't think this is used like this anymore. Yeah, because each map have a name now, and they are not saved in an array anymore. They are saved in a dictionary. I didn't know what's a dictionary at that time, except it was some kind of data structure. I didn't know it was a heap, and I didn't know that heap are so easy to deal with. You don't need to make the heap key by yourself. As usual, this is a game lover video, and I'm always confused in it. I'm not sure where to go. like a chicken which got its head cut recently. So let's go to the game folder or the game core file, and I see the map paths, but I don't see the map array. Uh, Give me a second. Look at that. Um, to distinguish between the old work and the new work, I moved the stuff that I moved from the old work in here instead of. And alright. So this guy know the map class. The thing is, we don't have active map more than we have active controller. And I never made any kind of work on network, so I have no clue how the network coding, if I have two players, where the code for the second player, is it on the host or whatever. We don't have a single active map, do we? I mean, imagine if you have an RPG game and you have two players in an RPG game if you want, and the players have different screens, and you are printing on the screen the map where the controller is. So I have no clue how to do that. So let's stay with the basic, with a single player, and completely ignore the multiplayer. So the active map will be again based on the controller. So how can we do that? We already set a map, loaded a map. Set map is like loading a map to the memory. And inside the map we have creature objects, and depends on the game. Some of the games have a controller that control more than one player, some of the games not. You just like X4 kind of games, you don't have control, you make decisions, and based on the decisions does the game continue. So this is the old code, and I'm trying to figure out, here how I add a controller. So let's take this, and the controllers doesn't live in controller anymore. They live in the game core file. And as you can see from the constructor, I need to know the map, and I need to know the target type, and I need to know the target name, and I need to know the target number. I have no clue what the hell is this. Let me be honest. So let's try to bullshit the way out and see how it will goes. So is it local? True. The target type is a creature. Oops, that's the map. The map is test map. The target name is Walker. I can make the target null somehow, but I forgot how. And let's make this 0. I don't know what that stands for. I completely forgot. So now the first controller should be able to control Walker. And we need to develop a lot of stuff. The control is not the same anymore, as it's not depends on the move class. It depends on the active condition. The active condition is the biggest bomb that I made on this code. It will destroy a lot of crap. The character doesn't only move anymore, it just do actions, and actions are based on the collection of actions and equipments and status and conditions from both the data driven from the game file and the engine. So this guy mostly play with the camera and represent the player yourself in the code. And yeah. Yes, I have been doing that for more than 3 hours today. So you can expect how much work actually have been done in these hours. Just reading the old codes and trying to be familiar with. The whole system, this whole system would get deleted. It just, oh my god, a lot of work went on this to make Arabic font and stuff. And all of this is going to be deleted. It's kind of shame. It's kind of shame. Oh, maybe it is the controller number. So the object know which guy is living inside the... Let me read. No, I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe it's the controller number, but I don't know what the T stands for. Oh, it's T for the camera target. Oh, that's ST name. What about the ST number? Camera target number? No idea. No idea. Anyhow, let's go back and yeah, the biggest question is based on what should I draw the map? So I should base it on the controller, right? I mean, it's the first player, and if it's the first player, I need to know. I can send the controller as a pointer. Let's go to the old code and see what the hell is going on. I don't want to mimic it, but I want to see how did I dealt with the issue. So this one is adding a controller, adding a font. Yeah, we will play with that. We will play with that. The transparent color is mouse visible. Actually, I want this. I want this. I want this. Um, or maybe based on the game again. So yeah, let's deal with this because I just saw it. Um, so I can add it here. Well, I wanted to do it in a more professional way. What I'm trying to say is based on the game itself. And I want the game to fully control the visibility of the mouse. So let's add, do I really have to put it in here? I mean, duh. Um, da, 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 da. And how can we upgrade this? Now, we can send it as a reference. And oh, do an event every time that something change the visibility of the mouse. This guy, yeah, I need to go and check how to do the event. I kind of forgot. I done a very complex event object for the interpreter, but yeah. I know, I know, I know. Dude, don't play with me. I really hate it when he plays with me like this. Like, is mouse visible? Oh, it's static. Half of these are static and half of them are not. This is totally screwed up. So if I make this into true, I can see the mouse. And the reason I want the mouse is because we will have menus. So every time I do something that show the menu, I need to see the mouse so I can control the menu. And the menu, yes, can detect the mouse dragging and clicking. Unfortunately, I don't know why this Virgin or stupid stuff completely screwed up my dungeon, I was going to say. The Game Lover 2 version. I believe because two projects with the same name but the folder is different name, and there was some kind of conflict and it's screwed up. But in the long run, I have a copy in my laptop, but my laptop is the screen of my laptop got busted, and I need to connect it with a screen to copy that to show you the menu stuff, because this guy is an old one and it doesn't have everything that I can show. Oh well. Anyhow, let's not dilly-dally too much. I mean, I already been 20 minutes and the only thing I made was show the mouse. And so this is the code, and what does it do is using the controller for the camera, and it do some kind of calculation to know where it is, and it turned the Unicode character values into images. So that's what does it do. So we need to know the controller that we are following, and it's only because this is a placeholder code. It only cares about controller 0. So maybe we should do this instead. We take the sprite patch and we take the controller number or controller pointer. I need to. The thing is, I want a shorter name, but I want it to be kinda clear. And maybe the T was what was about the controller target number. Anyway, I believe it was the controller target number. So this is a static, and the controller know which map he lives in, and this is one of the issues too. Maybe I need to call the function only when. We will see about that. What if the controller doesn't live in a map now because we are in the main menu of the game and there's no map? Actually, I was thinking to make a foo map for all the games. That will be much easier, so I don't make some kind of exception, and use the background of the map as the background of the main menu, and that's it. But oh well. So we need the sprite patch. Where's the sprite patch? I don't see it. Why this thing doesn't go in there? And whoa, what's the end? Sprite patch close. End. Okay. Yeah, I can play with colors later on and do weird things, including doing some kind of priority, but I'm not sure about that. So it's kind of funny, maybe not, because we are going to do exactly the same thing now. Sending the first target, but let's do better than that. Give me a second. Jesus. What if I have more than one player on the screen, like making a split screen? I don't know. I was watching someone, a YouTuber, who was working on his engine, and he had a split screen, and it's a very nice code. And I don't like split screen. It was really good in the old eras. We played even first-person shooter as a split screen on Turok and GoldenEye and Joan Arc and the Click 3D on the 64, and Mario Kart, of course, on the Super Nintendo. But I prefer the way how Sonic works, that the camera focuses on the first player and the second player is following him. Or other old games like Contra and Street Fighter or whatever. All these games have more than one player but on the same screen, and almost like the camera is not focusing on a controller, it's focusing on the average of controllers. So should I? Well, I can change the camera, the temporary camera of one of them, and take the average of both somehow. it's still feasible, and follow the controller of that player that have the average, and never reset the controller, because the controller can reset the camera. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the camera follow the character in here, but he actually can follow some objects temporarily, like some fire, and after the code end, and the code is a little bit whacked in here, it returned to the default one. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. If I change the controller completely, and this one become the default now, so this is the default camera following this character, and if I fire a temporary one and it get resetted, it won't go to the first one, it will return to the default one. So I can make the temporary camera follow the average, or the distance between the two characters. So it's the position added between two characters and divided over 2, something like that, and never reset it to the default. So it will require some kind of crap. But imagine if I have a game that when the first player died, the second player start over, like Super Mario Brothers, and it will follow the second player wherever he is. And in that case, we need some kind of a pointer to which target we are following as the game itself. So we can do that by going to the game core again. I prefer to put it in the game core and add some kind of and we make a controller in here, and we make a function that is change the controller. Yeah, it's still a lot of code in here, but it's much better than the old one. If you go to the old one, the main game file have hit around 700. And I'm trying to reduce the amount of number of codes in here this time, to make it easier to... Actually, I'm thinking to do some stuff, these guys, inside the game folder save file. And we will see about that, how it will go. So that's why this is kind of temporary test for the engine. This is not the actual first game. Wow, a lot of talking and thinking, but not a lot of work, is there? I don't know if the real programming life should be like this or not. And why this one started from the code number line 2. So, test game file followed controller is equal to this guy number 0. So in other words, we didn't go any far. We just didn't go we done exactly the same thing. And it's kind of shame for now, because as I described, this thing can be tweaked to give the desired behavior. So let's see. Second, we go to the map class and use this instead of that thing. So let's go to the code in here, and I don't know if I should try to make it better or not. Yeah. This is a little bit of a problem now, isn't it? We will see how many errors we will have. Remember that This code is before we have a game file and before we save all the textures in the new pipeline thing, and before we know all the names from the game file. So it will, yeah, great. Do I need the split batch in here? I'm not sure. So the first thing is we will replace all the controller thing with the target. And because we are living in the map class now, we can remove these safely. Yeah, I see the mess. Once again, I could use replace all, but for some reason, sometimes I'm not that comfortable with replace all. For no particular reason. No, there is a reason. A few times I messed up and it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. Especially after you continue coding and yeah, XYS. This is the size of, yeah. And the second thing we need to change is this. And the third thing is this guy doesn't live in yeah. I feel a little bit generous with the parameter things, but no. Let's use the game core file, full name. Oh, very smart bastard. Oh wow. XYS. Why is it? Whoa. What the hell? Why am I setting the value of a variable, both of these, inside the draw function? What the fudge? And it was smooth. It's just unbelievable. Even these calculations I'm not comfortable with. I'll find faster way to do that. So the first thing, dang it. Yeah. Give me a minute. It will take some time before I can wrap my head over all the issues. As I said before, the map class was the one that have the background images and everything, but now we do have this instead, and let's try not to be greedy and try only to print the backgrounds for now. So oh wow. Apparently I have only one background at that time, don't I? Um, so let's try to do something better than this. There, there. Oh, my point. Background image key. And what now? My point string. Okay. Non-static field. Okay. Maybe if I remove this, this will be fine. No. I have no clue why there's an error. Key value bear, my point string, whatever, and this dictionary. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, I will just completely ignore it and then I will see what's wrong. Because, seriously, dude. So this guy is a texture. So we take this texture and we use this guy value. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, this thing is just a little bit large, isn't it? Hmm. Okay, this is killing me. I can't think like this. Alright, so let's take the camera position. And I don't get this part. But let me test it for a second. I don't know why the Microsoft XNA is not declared in here. Alright, now let's go back to this problem. Either I don't know how to do for each, or either I just screwed up big time. I mean, this is a dictionary, and this is a key value. Why do I have to deal with this? It's just unbelievable. Are you telling me because it's a static and I don't know what the hell is this? Alright, take it easy. We figured out the issue. I completely forgot this is static. Wow, it took me forever to figure that out. So what we need to do is to take this one and do game core. Come on, give me a game. Oh my. Say current game core. Map array. And we take this one and we take this current map or the default map, the current map. Let's give it a try. That took forever. Yep. Oh. Um. Which one's called first? Loading the game or drawing the stupid thing? Let me check. Why the debugging is so fucking slow? I don't know. Alright. So we go to the BGI and we have the background to JBG. Oh, are you telling me because we didn't load it in the content? Okay. BGIR. Bitmap dictionary. Oh, Jesus. Hmm. This is a string, right? Yeah, we didn't load. And beside, give me a second. There's a lot of crap in here. Why do I have a dictionary for texture 2D in here? Shouldn't I use the content instead? So let's try to use the content in here. know how to use this, but let's give it a try. I don't know why it has these things in here. Yes, I know, I look like a noob now. I believe this is how it's worked, because this is a function with a generic, because the content can have more than textures. So apparently we don't use or need oh yes. So the content is empty. Brilliant. We need something to update this content, and I thought this guy is doing that. Yeah. All right. Let's just add a new function for that. I have a function explosion problem, I know. I could do it in the initialize, but does mean I need to send the content initialize, and you know what? Screw it. What? I really love these issues. It's make me feel sick. You might wonder, why am I a programmer in the first place? Okay, I need to calm down a little bit. Oh. Really? Happy? Mother. Um. Oh. Right. Yeah. Don't you love this? They changed how the content work, and I'm still not that familiar with this idiot. I just need to be more familiar with it. So they are loaded in here. Actually, the background that I'm using is exactly in here, and yet it says that the stupid god damn it was empty for some reason. So let's try. Oh, let's start to run again and see it crashing on its face. All right. calm down. Oh, it does have content, but nothing is loaded in it. Um, um, give me a freaking second. Give me a freaking second. So let's move this after this, and then try to see what the fudge is going on. Well, the best thing to do is Google, because I didn't do this. I didn't make this platform, so I need to learn on how to use their own platform. Yes, I installed the new Mono game just to get the latest thing. Actually, silly you, I found a page before I start working on the engine. This thing, this project, and I read it on fast because I noticed they returned back the content manager thing. So they say you add them like this. If you are using Visual Studio, you can simply add the content files into your C# games project. Create a folder. Okay. But when I run the idiot, he told me it wasn't there. So let me. What now? I believe I moved the initialize in the wrong place. Alright. For some reason, I feel I have two contents. For some reason. One that's in the file, the content pipeline manager crap, and the root directory content in here. For some reason. Unless if there is a way to tell this idiot that this idiot is that idiot, I don't know. Let me see. I need to do something like this. That will save a lot of issues. So the more automatic options is to hand edit your game CS Pro and have it include your content using wildcards. To do this, just open the CS project with any text editor. So let's try to screw up our project, should we? So it says go there. and open it with a notepad, and after the word item, we do this. Um, wow. Let me close it, don't save. Let me close the project first. Let's do that in a more professional way for a second. And copy it somewhere first. Then do the edit, will you? So, in here, God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I close that? Thank you. Alright. So, let's go to the content, go to the image. But, what the hell? It has more folders than I anticipate. Maybe these ones you need. Oh God. Let's give it a try. Crash and burn! Crash and burn! Of course, I need to wait an hour before I can control my thing. You know what? Maybe I done something really terribly wrong. Maybe I should... This one, maybe it's just update the content, not getting the image. And my smart ass is just using it wrong. So let's see. Once you have built your content, you have a few different ways to add to your project. Manual, and we already did that. And we did the automatic thing. Okay. You can edit the content project setting directly from the Property Grid editor. By the way, let me test that. The problem is I don't think I have I do have XMP. Let me see. Man, a lot of work, and it seems like wasting of time, but oh well. It's hard to say I'm a good programmer and my progress is this slow. It's kind of sad. And in the time that everyone is, not everyone, but a lot of people are really good at showing off, it's kind of feel harder and harder. On me at least. To feel that I'm a good programmer. Because I don't do everything in 5 minutes, you know. Where are my XMP, damn it? The content is empty in this project. Well, this project is new, though. Let's go to the old one. Oh, there you go. So let's add on the moon and go here. What the fudge? So apparently we got our salt screwed up somehow. Well, thank you for watching part 4 and see you in part 5. That's what I know what to say.